Welcome to
What's Cookin'?
I'm Deb.
And I'm Norma.
And today we're going to be making you a delicious French onion soup. So good.
So let's get started.
Okay.
All right,
So-
show us what to do.
So you need about 5 to 6 onions. So I've already cut up onions and I have them in here. And I'm going to just show you how you need to cut the onions so that they stay sort of long. So you want to cut them like this. And it doesn't have to be exactly, don't cut your fingers.
And any kind of onion or yellow onions?
Yellow onion mainly, I think that's the best. So I'm gonna let you pull these apart while I cut this other half. So I'm gonna put a big blob of butter, so it's about a teaspoon or so. And we're going to put it in, and then we're gonna saute our onions until they're soft. You want them a little brown, and the reason I'm doing it in this pan is I'm going to add all the other liquid to the pan, and I'll go through what we're doing. So if you want to take that to the stove and start cooking, that would be great. So you want your onions to be a little brown, a little browner than that, but for time purposes today, we're just going to add everything and it will
It'll come together.
all come together. So I'm going to put in my beef broth. Keep mixing that around. My homemade chicken soup.
You can see how thick it is from the vegetables that you blended in there.
Yes. A little bit of seasoning salt. Again, I like porterhouse. Just about a cup of wine left. And you put that in. And then you bake it, or you boil it for a good half hour or so until it's really rich. If you want to, you can add, to make it a little thicker, you can add some flour to it, and that will
Thicken it up.
thicken it up. And then the other thing, it calls for one
Oh, that's interesting. Sugar.
sugar. So it makes it, sorry, I got a little butter on my sleeve. But, and so you just let this simmer, and the longer it cooks, the better it's going to be. So, and just, a lot of times they say add a pinch of sherry, add a pinch of brandy, but I had orange cognac, so
Here we go.
a little drop. And so let's cook that
So simmer it for
a good half hour to 40 minutes. So let's do
Okay.
that. And the other thing that you want to do is, this was my mom's, and I have these cute little
Oh, that's
bowls
cute.
to go into the oven. So what I did is I toasted a
Baguette. You cut
baguette,
it.
but you want sourdough because sourdough has a little different flavor. So of course, let's butter it up.
We never said this was going to be a low-calorie meal.
No. So I'll have the
But
butter
it's not
stuff.
bad. It's just a few things here and there.
Yeah. Good. So they're buttered up. Once it's finished, we're going to fill the bowls with soup. Then we'll put the bread on, and then we'll add the cheese and we'll broil it. So I'm going to check on the soup, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll finish up this delicious dish. Okay, so the soup is finished, and we put it into our little onion soup
Your
pots.
tureen there.
And we toast a little baguette and make sure it's sourdough, and you can put your bread inside. So, well, before we do that, let's add a little bit of Red Marnier. So just a drop.
Just a touch, because it probably burned off when we were
Yeah. It just adds such a delicious
boiling
flavor. So in you pop your bread, you put your Gruyere cheese. So the Gruyere is more of a Swiss cheese. So you could use other cheeses, but
It
this
melts
is-
really good though.
and it tastes so good. So why don't we pop this in and then we'll try it.
Okay, excellent. I'll put it in our oven.
Okay, so as you can see, this is absolutely delicious looking. And it's really
amazing.
hot. Is this another little treat from Jan?
Yes.
So the whole thing is extremely hot. And so,
Got a little silicone hole.
yeah, so you can hold on and take a bite.
can also put it in your frying pan.
Yes, you could. So this is a little hard to cut the bread, but I'm trying.
Mmm.
So again, it's a delicious dish, and you can reheat it, and it's just as good the next day or the next day. And again, making this in advance is the best. And so the last minute prep is just heating it up in the oven. I don't want to put this big old thing in the
I'll
fridge.
just go for it.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, anyways, thank you for joining us. This is super good.
Oh, it's really good.
Till next time.
And a little bit of Grand Marnier really just tops it off. Or sherry. Anything would do. So thanks again for joining us to What's Cookin'?